All right, go.
Hi, my name is Randy King. I'm a chef, a writer, and an outdoorsman, and I love nothing more than working hard for my food. What I do is a concept called Chef in the Wild. I go out and I hunt things, I gather things, and then I cook things. That combination means more to me than anything in the whole world. I really want to show you guys that I am the best possible person for this position, and that going around the United States and finding different cultures, different cuisines, and helping people go about their different food ways is what I am meant to do. Thank you very much.
Go.
Hi. As far as a work ethic and what I do for a living is concerned, I'm a chef by day. I've ran everything from small independent restaurants to large convention hotels. And what that's done is given me the experience I think is necessary for a position like this. I can go in and I can do sushi rolls and I can do sous vide. It's really lots of different things that give me a breadth of experience for hosting something like this. When it comes down to a work ethic, I'm the kind of guy that puts my head down and does what needs to get done. I graduated college twice while raising a family and running large restaurants. So it's not that I don't know how to work very, very hard for what I do. Okay. For me, it's all about just completing the task, getting it done, and making sure that you deliver a quality product. Because if you don't do those things, really what the hell are you doing there? So moving this forward, I think the way it relates to you all with this show is I will go out, I won't be a pain in the ass. I will make sure that we get the footage that we need, when we need it, and how we need it to get done. I will retake and I will work my hands to the bone to make sure that we produce quality television for you.
Go for it. You're on.
Why, hello. So, all right. So as far as cooking experience goes, I started off as a dishwasher like most chefs do, okay? And then when I really found my true passion was when the chef yelled out, "Hey boy, do you like knives?" I came running up onto the line to help him and make sure that he had everything that he needed, and I was stuck. Next thing I knew, it was 15 years later, and I'm filming some video down by a lake telling people why I should be the host for a television show. This has been a wonderful career. It has literally sent me all over the world. I've cooked things, I've learned things that I never ever thought I could imagine doing. So for a small boy from Idaho, this career path has been nothing but stellar. I think I got on it at the right time. People seem to think that chefs are popular, even though we're basically all sociopaths. So thank you all very much for giving me this opportunity. I really kind of graduated up. Instead of doing the culinary school route, I went to through the American Culinary Federation, which is like a trade union for chefs. I did that. I became one of the youngest certified executive chefs in the United States, which was a real accomplishment for me when I was 24 years old. So I know my stuff. I know how to cook. I've proven that to a lot of people over a long time.
There you go. You're on.
All right, so a little bit more about my background. I actually have a bachelor's in philosophy from Boise State University and a master's in business administration from Northwest Nazarene University. Now, what does that mean to you? That's nice that I have some degrees, right? What it means with the degree in philosophy is that I can think deep thoughts about food. I can talk about the categorical imperative as it relates to food. So that means I can have those high-level conversations. Not to say I'm not redneck enough to go gigging for frogs in about 2 feet of mud, bass fishing, and sweating my butt off looking for a hog. Those things are one and the same to me. The Master's of Business Administration means that I know how to make you money. I know what it means to market. I know what it means to run a P&L, and I know what it means to have a budget. So those sort of things, that background, that whole picture is why that I think my education will help me be a successful candidate for this position.
You are on.
All right, sounds good. So my expertise really is wild game. I grew up on the stuff. I remember eating wild game meat more than I remember eating basically anything else. If it was red and dead, it was probably a deer or an elk around my house as a child. So that said, I really came up through the wild game mentality and I really re-embraced it quite a few years ago in my life. So right now at my house, the only thing that I personally eat is wild game meat because it's leaner, it's higher in protein, and it's better for you. It's a great source for natural, organic, grass-fed, chemical and pesticide-free protein. So I mean, all those buzzwords that are out there right now for high-quality meat production, those are inherent in wild game meat. That's why I eat it, and I'm a pro at cooking that. I've done this for a long, long time. I have an article that is a monthly column with Northwest Sportsman Magazine that talks about all about how to fabricate wild game meat, how to cook it, and I write a recipe for it every month. I blog about wild game meat, how to cook it, how to fabricate it, and what to do with it. And I also just recently signed my first cookbook deal, and it is a cookbook based on wild game meat. I am a wild game meat pro, so there shouldn't be any question about my professionalism in that. Also, in addition to that, one of the things that I'm really good at is the production of fish. I spent about 6 years in a fish house and a sushi bar, which means that when it comes to breaking down whole fish, taking down sides of halibut, taking down sides of salmon, anything like that, I am great at it. I can typically blow most other chefs out of the water. What does this mean? You combine my love for fishing and you combine my love for hunting, and the fact that I'm a really good cook, and I can cook deer, I can cook fish. I'm the person that you need to go.
There you go.
All right, so I was asked what some of the great culinary expeditions that I've been on. The first, and I think my favorite one, is the Great American Seafood Cook-Off. This is an annual event held every year down in New Orleans that establishes the king or the queen of American seafood. So I'm from Idaho. We're not exactly known for having a coast, but what we are known for is producing 70% of the trout that's grown in this country. It's a farm-raised, sustainable, and a wonderful product. We also do about 50% of the caviar that's grown from the sturgeon. There's a certain section that has a great aquifer, pumps out clean, pure water. We grow great fish in this state. I took our great fish from this state down to New Orleans, and I cooked like a champ. I did it on damn it.
Yeah. Come on. Go.
And I cooked like a champ. I went down to New Orleans and I cooked my heart out. I did an Idaho trout roulade with almond crusted potatoes, a brown butter, wasabi, and rosemary dressing. I mean, it was a great dish. And mind you, I didn't win that competition, but I put everything out that Idaho had on the plate. So that was probably one of my most fun culinary expeditions. I also got to eat like a king when I was down there, every bit of pun intended. We got to hang out with the locals, go see some of the local scenery. It really was just a great culinary expedition. The other fun one that I have participated in for the last 4 years, actually the last 10 years as a participant, and I've been running for the last 4 years, is what's known as the Chef's Affair. Every year in Boise, the Idaho Food Bank puts on an annual gala that's about $150 per ticket that raises food money for the needy and the poor around our community. Over the past 4 years where I've been in charge, I've raised over $400,000, which equates into about 1.6 million meals for the local community here. And for a chef, that's something that really makes a person feel good. We deal with butter, lobster, and cream all day long, but if somebody can just get a little bit of potatoes on their plate, they'll be happy. So it's a really great thing that I've participated in and organized. What we do is we get 30 chefs into one room. Imagine the ego in that, okay? And then we produce a 5-course meal for about 600 to 700 people. It's triumphant when it's done. So those are probably two of my favorite culinary expeditions.
You're on.
Let's talk a little bit about how I'm unique and why I would be the fit for this show. Okay, first off, I grew up in a rural community. I am from small town America. That said, I went to university. I got the most esoteric degree that you could imagine, a bachelor's degree in philosophy. What that did is that really rounded myself out. I can think the deep thoughts and I can go out onto the farm. No problem with either one. Okay? The other thing, in addition to my education, that makes me unique is my culinary skills. I'm a certified executive chef with the American Culinary Federation. I've won multiple culinary competitions, and I am a badass when it comes to cooking food. Okay, no questions, ifs, ands, or buts about that. Okay, you move the next on to my travel, my experience with that. I've been all over the world looking at food, dealing with cultures, talking to chefs, and helping people make better food with what they have. That makes me a unique combination. You put those three together, plus you know what? I'm charming, I have a great smile, and I look pretty good on camera. You know what? I am the package. Just go ahead and get the paperwork, bring it on over, send it up to me, give me a phone call, okay, and we'll go ahead and seal this deal right now.
You're on.
All right. So why do I want to host a show about going across the country and finding food and helping people gather it, hunt it, and then making something out of it? That's because that's exactly who I am. I want to reestablish America's connection to its foodways, okay? You see those shows where they go over to Africa and they hunt and they fish and everybody's like, yay, it's their culture. But here in America, a lot of times you see a guy with a gun going out into the woods, all of a sudden he's got a stigma attached to him. He's just some redneck going out and shooting deer. But what he's doing is he's going out and he's feeding his family. And I want to show the good side of hunting and gathering in America. It's a culture unlike any other across the whole world. That North American conservation system where hunters provide the resources, the natural habitat that everybody else relies on. So that's why I want to do this. I really, really want to reestablish it. That said, I also think it would be a lot of fun to travel across the country. I know I have a lot of things to teach, and I know I have a lot of things to learn. I can travel well, I work hard, and I think I am the exact person that you need for this show. So thank you very much for your time, and I can't wait to hear back from you.
You are on.
So when it comes to procuring outdoor game animals, I'm not a one-trick pony, okay? I am proficient as far as it goes with archery equipment. I like shooting shotguns. I can shoot a rifle. I can go out and I can fly fish, I can bass fish, and I can deep sea fish. I really am a rounded package when it comes to an outdoorsman. I'm not set to one specific skill type. I can go out there and I can get food outdoors. And that's what also will help me with this task, because I can get in there, get my hands dirty. I'm not afraid to gut an animal and turn that animal into some delicious food. All right. So some people talk the talk and other people walk the walk. I just want to show you all that I really do walk the walk when it comes to wild game meat, and that being the only thing that I eat. So all these things I'm going to show you real quick are all things that I have personally harvested. So here we go. Okay, we got a wood duck. Okay, we got some ground venison. Okay, we have a mallard duck. Okay, these are all pigeons. Okay, this right here is a rock chuck, also known as a marmot, yellow-bellied marmot, or a woodchuck. This is the drumstick to a wild turkey. Okay, this is catfish. These are frog legs. This is a steelhead. This is elk meat. This is deer meat. These are perch. This is rainbow trout and whitefish. And this is a rattlesnake. So as you can see, I obviously have a wide variety in my diet of things that I eat and that I consume. Mostly though, I want to show you that I'm capable of hunting and gathering all of these things on my own, because that's all that I do. Thank you.